There's a lot of money to be made in this crypto market. And all you have to do is make sure that you are the one that's going to pick that up. Now, there are many opportunities already in the market. If you go on the open market, you can buy coins, which are good, but are still undervalued, and you can make a lot of returns. But there is a way better way, and that's the way where I've been talking about for a long time, and that's new projects. New projects releasing right on the edge of the bull market. Yeah, the previous bull markets have shown that that's where the biggest returns are coming from. So today I would like to talk about how to expose yourself to these projects, and I would like to give my opinion on 5 launchpads, which I think are amazing launchpads than I am in. And also to talk a little bit more about the TA side of that. So if you want to get in such a launchpad, what are good prices? Where can the prices go? Now, again, that's not a price prediction. I don't like predictions because predictions are basically always wrong. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but we can have a good idea if we look at the charts, right? So welcome to the Fomo Factory. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. Don't just let me say that, but actually do it if you didn't already. Would help me a lot. Yeah, maybe I get some YouTube AdSense money so I can pay for my pills against my ADHD, and that would be great. First off, Bitcoin, fucking insane. So what else can we say, right? Bitcoin, 52,000 American dollars, which are worth like not as much as 52,000 American dollars right here, but still, it's a good price, right? Now, the only thing, that's what I said in the latest video as well, is the Bitcoin dominance, at least at the moment of recording right now, right? Could be different when you watch it, will be different when you watch it. Bitcoin dominance is also going up together with Bitcoin, right? If you look at the dominance, it has been ranging for 2 years, right? So altcoins didn't do shit right here. It was just going together with Bitcoin, basically. Now the Bitcoin dominance broke out, so it says like, hey, altcoins, I'm going faster than you, bye. But we will catch up at some day. Right? And for when that day happens, we want to be already there. We already want to be in these altcoins, right? Now, not financial advice. I will be the most unprofessional financial advisor anyway. If you look at me, I'm pink. I'm gay for launchpads, right? Like it's not even a suit. But we can talk about some prices in this video, actually. So let's dive right into that. If we do look at the altcoin market, you can see that the altcoin market, it looks like, whoa, we are going up very hard, but on the other hand, we were going down really hard as well, right? And then we have been ranging for like, well, basically from June 2022 till October 2023. So for more than a year, we haven't been doing shit. And now we are kind of 2x from where we came, depending on, you know, where in this range we're talking about. So the range, we've broken that by now. It's understandable. The halving is coming up. A lot of ETF money flowing into the crypto market, and at a certain point that money will come out of Bitcoin and go into these altcoins. Now, there are 2 ways to look at crypto launchpads, right? Two ways basically. One way is, and let's start with Seedify, for example, okay? And this is in no particular order, but these are, in my opinion, the best launchpads. If you look at Seedify, you could be like, okay, I can make money by buying up Seedify and participate in the launches that they have. They're going to release Bloodloop, for example. I think that's a really good release. And Bloodloop, hey, maybe you invest $1,000 in there and Bloodloop does a 10x and you take 10K, right? It's beautiful. But what do you think is going to happen then? And this goes, I have the Seedify chart in front of me, but this goes for every launchpad out there that has successful releases. What I would do is if I have a tier in Seedify, and I can invest, let's say, $1,000 in a release, and I make 10K out of that. What do I do? Am I going to buy a box of lollipops out of that 10K? No, I'm going to put that money back into Seedify, or whatever the launchpad might be, to get a higher tier, to get even more returns in the next launch. And that's what a lot of people do, because in the bear market, nobody gave a fuck. Launchpads fell way harder than average. If you look at Seedify from the top to the bottom, and this was Seedify, right? This was like one of the bigger launchpads. fell 97%, right? From $18 to 80 cents, 50 cents, by the way. So it completely got wrecked because why would you nobody has money, no new projects are releasing. Why would you be in a Launchpad during a bear market? Well, actually, that's like where you prepare for the bull run, because if you knew that the new bull market was coming, which we all know, you know that Launchpads are going to be hot again, right? And that's what we see. So therefore, the bounces on these Launchpads are harder as well. 6x, right? More than a 6x for Seedify. Even a more crazy example, if you look at Decubate, for example, well, I don't have the full chart right here, but Decubate did more than a 60x. It got completely wrecked in the bear market. Nobody cared. And now everybody feels like, oh shit, that's a good Launchpad and it's cheap. Let's get in, right? Like, it's such an easy play. So people will put that profit back into Launchpads, okay? Now, let's go again, like I said, over 5 Launchpads that I really like. First one, Seedify. Seedify focuses a lot on crypto gaming. So if we look at the Seedify website, you can see some projects that are coming up. Havens Compass, Style Protocol, Xverse, big fucking gem in my opinion. Cocody, very cool. Is Cocody or Cocody? Cocody. Evermoon, Bloodloop, like I said, Metadose is also a huge one in my opinion. So they got the crypto gaming market locked, and they are going to make sure that just in 2021 are the leader when it comes to crypto gaming. Seedify is now also saying like, hey, we're going to focus on other projects again, BRC20 or AI. I don't know why I'm striking my hair back, I'm bold as fuck. But they are going to expand to other niches as well, and that's good. Although sometimes I feel like, yeah, Seedify does this, Seedify does that, Seedify does this, and it's not bad to experiment actually, but you know, I like the fact that they are so focused on crypto gaming. Now, I'm not gonna dive into how much tokens you need and how you're gonna participate. Man, there is enough, like, go to the Seedify website, there's information on it, right? Like, just go there. But that's one Launchpad that I really like. Now, the Sfund token, because I want to make it more about the tokens in this video, is actually not doing that bad. Because Seedify, it went up like very hard. It did like an 8x or so, and it came down from 480 where it was very briefly, well, 470. It came down 44%. Yeah, that, like, this is the big support level, right? This was the wick to buy if you happen to work quick enough to buy that wick, but it was not even a day, right? So I don't know who got it, but that's a very good one. Can it? Disclaimer, every coin that I mention in this video, can it go down if the total crypto market has a, you know, usual correction? Of course, right? But take that as an opportunity, okay? Really, I'm not saying you should buy it, but hey, so far buying such things hasn't, right? Like, you know, it played out. Let me put it like that. So it works out. The thing that I want to mention though is that, you know, the all-time high is $18. Does it mean if we go back to the all-time high that it's $18? No, because there are more tokens in circulation right now. So $6 is the new $18, basically. Apart from that, I do think that Seedify can go to $18. So that actually means beating its old all-time high with, you know, more than 2x or so. Because it's simple. And that goes for all these Launchpads, by the way. Crypto as... it goes up every cycle, right? Bitcoin is basically in a major forever uptrend so far, right? Every bear and bull market are higher highs and higher lows. Good quality projects go and follow that. So I think Seedify could be the one that is going to follow that as well. Especially because this is specialized in crypto gaming, and, you know, last bull market when Seedify was $18, what was so special about crypto gaming? We had these, you know, kindergarten games like Axie Infinity. No offense to everybody that plays and likes the game, but if you compare it to what you find on you know, Xbox or even Switch, whatever, right? Doesn't have to be, everything has to be AAA, but, you know, the projects are now actually a lot better. So I do think like, yeah, that could reflect on the Seedify price as well. The next one, which I would like to talk about, and which is a little bit harder to throw TA on because they migrated, but that's a project that I absolutely love as well, which is Poolz Finance. Now, what I like so much about Poolz Finance is when they adapt very easily. So if there's anything in the market, or if they notice that they should do anything, then Poolz does it right away. I find them very professional. They also have, if you look at their IDO returns, a high return, and hey, that's what you're in for when it comes to Launchpads, right? You invest in projects because you hope they are doing well, and the projects on Poolz on average do very well. Also, it's not limited to crypto gaming, but they also don't ignore it. If you look at Poolz, it's so far 25% DeFi, 20% blockchain services, so layer 1s, layer 2s, etc. 34% GameFi and the rest, right? So if you look at what they are releasing, they're actually having some interesting projects, and they have a lot of releases as well, right? It's like they don't do just one release every month or so. And you could counter argue that like with, yeah, but quality over quantity. Yeah, but if you look at the current ROI, they're all in profit basically, except for one, right? But everything this year is still in profit. So they're choosing quality and quantity, and somehow they kind of nailed that. If you look at some projects that they released, you know, back in the bull, they had a 155x on this one. But they also released projects that, you know, gains, right? Carbon browser. I participated there at a low allocation back then, unfortunately, but it did well. ChainGPT, network, and there are probably others that you know as well. Singularity DAO, like a huge one. So they have real good stuff. Real good stuff. Now, Poolz, they have Poolz Ventures, of course, and if you have a lot of tokens, you get into the council and you get way more than just like only the IDO allocations. So the thing is with Poolz, it's always exciting. That's also what I like, right? Like it's not static or anything. With Poolz, there's always something going on. Yeah, they make it very professional. I made some videos about how their refund system works. Super easy, super user friendly as well. Therefore, I really like Poolz. Now, if we look at the token, like, to be honest, from the bottom, like, again, there's a chart that goes back further, right? But that was the old Poolz token. So if we do take a look at this from the bottom, it's up 3x, right? It just goes with the market. This did an average move, like the total crypto market collective, or the total, yeah, altcoin market collectively went up like 3x, right? Poolz did that as well. So that's what I like, because it's not that you look at this and be like, oh, fuck, I already missed out, right? No, but it is showing strength. That's good. So there is room to run, and you haven't missed that run yet, but it is running, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and this is like crazy, by the way. That really helps with the tokenomics, right? 84% of the Poolz tokens are locked. 84%. That's fucking huge. That's huge. Like all these projects that offer staking, but like if you give people no real reason to stake, like, yeah, you get more of our token that's gonna get dumped. You fuck off. Like that's not what you want. But people don't care about the Poolz token itself. Like, yeah, it can go up to X, so what? I'm making more money by these lunches, right? So stake the Poolz tokens. That's what I like. But therefore as well, if I look at this chart, I can TA this chart, but then again, I feel like, yeah, but there's no selling pressure, right? So yeah, of course you can use your Fibonacci and be like, yeah, if it goes back down, it can go to 460 or $4 and that would be a perfect buying opportunity. Don't get me wrong, like that $4 makes a lot of sense as well. If you look at, well, basically this whole area right here, right? Like, okay, we had this resistance support here, we had resistance here, we had support here. So yeah, $4. Hey, if it happens, let me know because I want to be there. But then again, there's not a lot of selling pressure at the moment. So will it get there in the first place? That's hard. And with Launchpads, I never felt like doing too much, you know, TA or waiting for the best moment or you know, because with Launchpad tokens, it's just like, yeah, just DCA. I mean, if you're waiting for it to get here, it could happen, but it could happen in a couple of months maybe. But in these months, you miss out on the launches as well. And that can make you way more money than the money you're saving by buying here instead of here. So that's kind of what it is if you ask me about Poolz Finance. Now, what's interesting also about Poolz Finance is if you look at their token, it has a market cap of $27 million, right? Fully diluted 30, so it's basically fully diluted. Okay, that's also what I really like and what's really important. It doesn't have big vesting as well. So that's really good, but again, $27 million. If you look at a project like DAOmaker, like nothing bad about DAOmaker, but I just don't have anything with DAOmaker. Like I think it's too expensive. I just don't like it really, my personal opinion. But they have a fully diluted market cap of $260 million. So that's 9 times as high. Well, I feel like, yeah, why is DAOmaker better than Poolz? What's better about it really? Like I don't see it actually. So I love Poolz, and it's definitely one worth checking out. Now another one, I don't want to talk too long about Decubate because I just had an interview with the founder of Decubate. Go check it out right there. There it is. So I just discussed this already, but to really briefly talk about the price of Decubate. What the hell, man? I mean, if you look how far it came down, it got killed, right? 99.2% down. And people probably thought like, no, this is not it anymore. And I can only imagine how it looked like in the Decubate office where they were like, oh, these people have no idea. We're still building, right? And from this point, it already did like a 80x or so. It's absolutely crazy. Does that mean it is too late? No. You should not compare to the bottom because that's a different time. We're not there yet. The product was different back then. So that's not a fair comparison. You should compare to other products in the market right now, which are doing the same to give you a realistic view. Again, let's pull up DAOmaker. And let's pull up this, right? $17 million market cap, which is... and in my opinion, only the Launchpad token itself can do an easy 10x, right? And that's probably even bearish, if I'm really honest. So do check it out. So like I said, to dive into Decubate itself, don't want to talk too much about it. In this video we just did in the interview, but great releases, super smart CEO, great team, keep on building, most user-friendly platform basically there is. They offer their services to a lot of other projects as well, so they are more than a Launchpad, and that's good because then you know that they're sustainable, right? If there's a new bear market, a lot of Launchpads out there feel like, fuck, we have to do great launches, otherwise we have no runway anymore and we have to give up. Decubate doesn't need that. They're a service provider, right? They don't rely on their launches, and that makes me feel safe as an investor as well. So yeah, in my opinion, that's a really good one, man. ChainGPT, we were super early on this channel. I talked about this during the IDO. And the ones that got in on pre-sale price, they did fantastic. I think that this chart doesn't take it fully back. I think it's still up like, I don't know, man, 15x, if not more. I think even more. By the way, if we go to the token sale, the public sale is now up, whoa, 30x. 30x. Also released by Poolz, by the way, by Seedify, by Decubate, by all these projects that we're talking about, okay? So current ROI 30x, all-time high ROI 50. But this is not that interesting. Like if this is just one big spike, you won't be able to sell it anyway. But this is crazy, right? Oh, this is private though, but still, what the hell? ChainGPT is an absolute banger. They released at the right time with the right narrative. They had the right marketing outside of the Launchpad IDO. They had it all. And then when it was like AI season, and they came and they nailed it. And then it was Launchpad season, and they released their Launchpad. It's like they're doing everything perfect, crazy. ChainGPT already has their whole Launchpad. Like, I don't know, their dev team is incredible. Really incredible. They it just works, right? Like, it's new, but it doesn't feel like they're experimenting and they have to make some mistakes before they learn. They just pull it off right away. I really like that, and the price is reflecting that, man. ChainGPT, it came out, right? And of course, vesting. Pre-sale participants were dumping, guilty, but 88% down, and now it feels like fuck that, and all the gains are back right now. It's incredible. ChainGPT, super professional team, and I'm happy that the price shows that, really. They have some good releases as well. So do check out ChainGPT, also all over the place. Gaming, AI, infrastructure, layer ones, you name it. So that doesn't really matter. If we put a little TA on it, then yeah, we like, if it goes back to like 20 cents, might be a good level. If it goes back to 16 cents, really good, because ChainGPT hasn't seen a bull market yet, right? And currently $88 million market cap. So yeah, it is already getting high cap, but you also have to understand it's more than just a Launchpad, right? So apart from that, this could be the $1 billion project, to be honest. Not this, of course, right? Okay, this or this probably, right? I think ChainGPT can go to $2. Don't stick me to it. Don't come laugh at me. End of 2025, where it went to 199. You'd be like, "I'm a fucking loser with your fucking bullshit predictions." Like, I don't know, man, but I think it could. I think it could, and maybe it will do way more. Maybe I'm not even bullish enough. It could also be the case. I don't know. All I know that this could do really well, really well. ChainGPT just does everything well at the right time. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. Now there are, like, I don't know, man, 10 more Launchpads that I really like. But if I have to give my top 5, then at this moment I still have to put Enjinstarter in it, man. Enjinstarter, their UI, they can learn from a lot of other projects out there. To be honest, that I don't really like that, to just start negative, right? Like, let's rip the bandit off. If you invested in a couple of projects and you want to like go to your claim section, you really have to go to the homepage, click every project individually, look back, like, have I invested right there? They have to make that better. Maybe they're already working on it. I don't know. I asked it about a year ago and they'd be like, yeah, we're working on it. It's now a year later and I haven't seen anything. So that sucks. I hope they do. Apart from that, good releases. Tokenomics pretty bullish, right? Also, market cap fully diluted, not a big difference, right? Most tokens are vested right now, so 80%, right? So that's really good. What I also don't like, if I want to, be negative for some reason right now, is that if you want to get the highest tier and the highest allocations on Enjinstarter, you have to stake your tokens for 999 days. Sorry, but which moron is going to lock its tokens for 3 years? Like, we can all calculate by now, like, hey, 3 years, we're in a bear market. Like, we want our tokens back before then. So I think it's not fair to say to people, like, yeah, you can only get the highest allocation if you, like, make your tokens completely illiquid. It's not smart. It's my opinion. Apart from that, there's nothing to whine about, though. Enjinstarter does a fantastic job, though. They have decent allocations, for sure. They have good projects that they are releasing. Sorry, this is not the Launchpad side of it. If you look at Launchpads, Enjinstarter, if you look at what projects they are releasing, most projects are green, right? Like IconX did fantastic. It started off pretty bad. And I was skeptical, especially also about the use case and everything and the project itself. But it's now sitting at a steady 5.6x. It's good. Devilmon, meh. Eclipse did well. Serenity Shield did well. WorkX did well. Like, they do some good releases. And also they have the bigger releases like ChainGPT, Carbon. They did Defino Finance in the last bull market. So Enjinstarter, I like it. If we look at the token of Enjinstarter, by the way, go to Launchpads, Enjinstarter. The cool thing is that they, like, maybe that's a benefit about the long staking. I think they took some selling pressure, some selling pressure away, because if you look, Enjinstarter was already doing well from January 2023. Most, like, this is where Bitcoin started to do well, but most altcoins didn't start to go really up until the second half of that year. Enjinstarter was one of the Enjinstarter was one of the few projects that already started to go up then. So it shows strength. And in the second leg, it also did a 3x. So I can imagine that in a full-blown alt-season bull market, they do really well. They do really well. Okay, if we do take a look, like, yeah, it could definitely have a steady 3x from this point. And that's not even, I think, like the most bullish case scenario. I don't want to be that YouTuber that says like, oh, this can do 100x and that can do like, it's normal, right? Fuck off. I hate these guys. But some projects can actually, and we'll talk about that soon. But with Enjinstarter, I feel like $35 million market cap, 10x definitely on the table, man. Definitely, yeah, probably. If you want to get a best entry, yeah, it's probably 0.007 or 0.006, somewhere in that area, right? So I guess like around this area would be a good buy for it. If we break that and the market turns very bearish for a moment, then this could be it. But this is a good area in my opinion. Don't got much more to say, I think. Like, I just wanted to talk about Launchpads again, but more the TA side of things. Because some people, they feel like, yeah, let's wait for lower prices. But again, I think that with Launchpads, that's not the best way to go with. Because you are missing out on releases, right? If you put money into Enjinstarter, again, you could have invested in ChainGPT, for example, still sit at a 30x, man. So... you know, that's money you can use again to buy the dips with. So I want to wrap it up right here. If you like the video, can you like the video, please? If you subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, would help me a lot. Suggestions, comments, requests, leave them down below. I will take it with me and we'll talk about it very soon, guys. Take care.